everybody, this is Tim Wolf, and today we're going to be talking about the 2022 Grammy Best New Artist nomination predictions. Voting process for the nomination process starts on October 22nd and ends November 5th. The nominations will be announced on November, I believe it's 23rd. It's the end of November. So the window is rather short for the voting. The eligibility period ended in September. They've changed the voting process. In the past, it was the general populace of the Academy would vote, and then they would take the top 20 and send them to a committee for the top 4 categories, that is, which includes Best New Artist. And they would send that to a committee, and the committee would then decide who would be nominated out of the 20 that were from the general populace vote, and they did away with that. They've had nothing but controversies. For example, last year, The Weeknd was not even nominated, and he had the best song going for all of the year prior, and he didn't even get a nomination. So there's been a lot of controversy, and the Grammys trying to respond to that. And so this year they've got a new voting process. Those votes will be coming in over the next month or so, and we'll know in a little over a month who will be nominated. And today I'm going to talk about who are the best candidates to possibly be nominated for Best New Artist. And there are some that are absolutely surefire, and we can almost declare who's going to win Best New Artist because there's such a strong front runner. We'll get into that later. I'm Tim Wolf, and I'm a Nashville singer-songwriter, alternative rock Americana artist. And if you want to listen to some of my music, there's some links down below in the description. I would appreciate it very much. Last year, 343 artists were entered in this category. Let's first talk about those that probably will not be eligible. Julien won Best New Artist at the BET Awards earlier this year, but he should not be eligible because he was nominated for last year's Grammy, so that should make him ineligible for Best New Artist. Polo G, who had top 10 albums in the Billboard 200 in 2019 and 2020, may be considered ineligible, but apparently he wasn't nominated in any category, so he could be eligible, but it's yet to be decided. If he is eligible, he will be a formidable competitor. And I just read an article earlier today that Polo G raised his fees for doing a concert from $85,000 to $150,000. So he is definitely killing it, if not in the Grammy nominating process, certainly in the monetary front and money making. This year, we may see a handful of teenagers who are nominated, and that would include Olivia Rodrigo and Kid Laroi and Tate McRae. These are all teenagers who have had stellar years and have a really good chance of being nominated. So we'll see. There's a lot of youth out there that could be in the running for nominations and possibly winning Best New Artist. Some really strong competition could come from a couple of country frontrunners who surprisingly are probably still eligible. That would be Morgan Wallen and Gabby Barrett. Now, Morgan Wallen, of course, had all the controversy from the video that was taken from someone across where he lives when he had a racial slur. And a lot of organizations, including his record label, tried to cancel him, so to speak. But in spite of that, he has had the best-selling album of 2021. It was #1 on the Billboard 200 for 10 weeks. So he's had the best album. Surprising, although he's been around for a couple of years, he still could be a candidate based on the rules since he wasn't nominated last year. If he's allowed, he could be a very formidable candidate. And the other one, Gabby Barrett, who had the crossover hit that charted in, I believe, the top 10 of the Hot 100 with I Hope, is another formidable candidate. I mean, she's been around, but she has been nominated for the Grammys before. So based on those rules, she should be a candidate. However, whereas Morgan Wallen has got the issue with the controversy regarding his ethnic slur, and also there's other things. I mean, he's quite a bombastic party animal, and he's gotten in trouble for other things regarding bad boy behavior. So what will that do for his award capabilities? The Grammys can be fairly conservative on occasion. And then, according to an article that I read, I don't know how viable this is or not, Gabby Barrett may have a MAGA problem in that she performed at the White House for President Trump. Is that viable? I'm not here to say it is or isn't, but the article said that could handicap her. And also on top of that, country as a genre has not done well in this category. There have only been 3 winners of this award from the country standpoint. And that was Leon Rimes in 1997, Carrie Underwood in 2007, and the Zac Brown Band in 2010. So there have only been 3 country artists who have won Best New Artist. But assuming these two are eligible, they could be formidable competition. Let's get into it in the order, the probability of being nominated. Olivia Rodrigo. She's by far the hands down favorite for winning this award. In fact, some would say that there's no competition. Olivia Rodrigo had 2 singles that debuted at #1 on the Hot 100. Driver's License and Good For You. Sour album also charted. She's just had a phenomenal year. Singer-songwriter who also was a Disney star, has just taken over in a lot of ways. She's just had a phenomenal year. Olivia Rodrigo is vying to be the 3rd youngest winner of this award. It was first Leon Rimes when she won in '97, she was 14. Billie Eilish won it 2 years ago and she was 17. So Olivia would be 18. She would be the 3rd youngest to win Best New Artist. Hands down, the odds are that Olivia Rodrigo should win Best New Artist. But these are the Grammys. Anything can happen. Another teenager who's hot on the heels of Olivia Rodrigo, especially in the last month or so, is Kid Laroi. He's got a song called Stay, which has Justin Bieber on it, which has been on the top of the Hot 100 at least 6 weeks. That actually is the best performing song that Justin Bieber has had in his career. Kid Laroi is just coming on like gangbusters. There's a lot of hype around him, and so he also could be considered, especially based on his recent performance. Kid Laroi, don't count him out. Arlo Parks won the Brit Award for Best New Artist. Arlo Parks' debut album, Collapsed in Sunbeams, reached #4 on the Heat Seekers chart. There's a number of rap artists who have a chance to be nominated and possibly win. In my opinion, the top of this list would be Saweetie. She's top 30 hits on the Hot 100. My Type, Tap In, and Best Friend. Best Friend was featuring Doja Cat. Her EP reached number 85 on the Billboard 200. 24 Golden is a top candidate in the rap category. His hit song Mood spent 8 weeks at #1. OG, who I mentioned earlier, had a big hit with Rap Star. Lil J had a big hit with Calling My Phone. Other contenders in this genre include Flo Mill, Celeste, Victoria Monet, and Snow Allegra. For pop contenders, possible artists that could be in the mix include Conan Gray, Taylor Swift's friend, could get in due to the strength of his hit Heather and his album Kid Crow. Alt pop group Glass Animals, with their song Heat Waves becoming a sleeper hit. Glass Animals' 3rd album, Dreamland, hit #7 on the Billboard 200 in 2020, and their song Heat Waves hit #20 on the Billboard Hot 100. As far as pop singers go, Ava Max could be nominated. Her song Sweet But Psycho, I love that song, was a top 10 and triple platinum, top 10 on the Hot 100. And then another song, Kings and Queens, was a top 20 and certified platinum. Her album Heaven and Hell was certified gold. So she's another one that could be nominated, Ava Max. There's a band, Maneskin, if that's how you pronounce it, Italian band, rock band, won the Eurovision Award in 2021. So if European success translates over, perhaps they could be nominated. Other possible candidates, Clairo, Rina Sawayama, Dominic Fike, and Brit winner Griff. And although the Grammys aren't big fans of K-pop, Blackpink could possibly get in on a nod, especially if BTS for Butter gets nominated for Record of the Year, which I definitely think that would be a sin if they weren't, but that's a different category. As far as candidates in alternative rock, Girl in Red, Bakar, Jade Bird, and Julien Baker. To me, it's almost a slam dunk case. It's going to be, the winner is either going to be Olivia Rodrigo or the outside shot would be Kid Laroi. To me, it's only those 2 teenagers that have a shot at winning this when it all comes down to it. Nominations, I believe there's 8 that can be nominated, but it really doesn't matter because I believe it's going to be one of those 2. So that's my prediction. We'll see you next time. Everybody, this is Tim Wolf. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please go to the link down below in the description. There's a Bitly link. Listen to my music at Spotify. I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to an artist if you follow them. If you would be kind enough to like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Finally, be sure to subscribe. And also there are other videos on this screen that you can watch. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.